Hi everyone, it's another episode of Marvin Says, and for today's episode, it's going to be a vlog about the repair that was done to this 2011 Lancer GTA. Okay, so as you all know, last week I had my 80,000 kilometers PMS from the casa dito sa Motor Plaza Baguio. No, it's Mitsubishi's casa, and ang advantage of going to the casa and having the PMS sa casa is they do checking. Okay, as I've mentioned from my previous episode. So ano yung mga checks na yon? They simple checks lang. They check your horns, your windows. Okay, they check your engine, and then they check your brake. Okay, and then after checking all of those things, it's time for the fluid change. Okay, so after they check the brakes, if it's due for replacement or if it's still okay, may nakita sila dun sa harapan ko, the CV boot or the axle boot, the inner part medyo, well, hindi medyo, punit na daw kasi may leak. Okay, ano yung leak? Yung grasa, yun yung nagli-leak or basa na. So sabi nila kailangan daw palitan yung CV boot, no, dalawang pares. And sabi ko okay, no problem, I'll check for CV boot or axle boots, no. And I'll be returning once I find a part. Okay, but basically when they told me that, no, I was hoping na meron silang stock ng CV boot or what you call axle boot, no, and they said it's by order. So if by order, darating pa after 2 months kasi it's going to be either from the Santa Rosa plant, manggagaling yung part, if not sa Thailand. Okay, so ganun siya katagal. Right, so what I did was to purchase a CV boot or an axle boot from Lazada, and it cost me 650 pesos for one pair. Wala naman kasing left and right, so dalawa yung kailangan ko kasi sabi nila may leak, so I need to replace 2 rubber boots, no. Sad to say, yung nabili ko is for the Outlander vehicle ng Mitsubishi kasi mahirap maghanap ng ng for Lancer EX. So sabi ko, if nagsugal ako, I took the risk of buying the rubber boot for the Outlander, and it turned out malaki siya. Alright, but the thing is, gumawa ng paraan yung service advisor ko, and dito sa Baguio nakahanap siya. It's basically a rubber boot for Ford, no, 2.0. Papakita ko sa inyo yun, no, and it just cost around 195, so sabihin na nating 200 pesos. And ang pinalitan lang nila was just one rubber boot or axle boot, kasi yung isa okay pa, as in walang nit, walang punit, no. Ang ginawa lang was to repack. Pag sinabing repack, no, papalitan ng bagong grasa and then babalik yung original part. So yun yung repacking na tinatawag. And yung isa naman, yun yung may punit at yun yung pinalitan, no. So una, papakita ko sa inyo yung binili ko from Lazada. It's 650 pesos, and it came from Indonesia. Ito yun. Okay, ito siya. Okay, this is the rubber boot or the CV boot or the axle boot, okay, from Indonesia for Mitsubishi Outlander. I just took the risk. If the Outlander, the CV boot for the Outlander fits the Lancer EX, it turned out hindi. Okay, so what my service advisor did was to look for the closest axle boot na available dito sa Baguio from one of the auto shops, and it turned out my closest at ito yung binili na. Okay, it's Shimada. Okay, sabi dyan CV boot kit, and this is basically for, nakita nyo, Ford Escape 2.0 inner. Okay, ang nasira kasi is the inner axle boot or the inner CV boot, no? So they required me to purchase two, in which they said hindi pala dalawa yung papalitan, isa lang papalitan. So luckily, isa lang yung binili ng service advisor ko, and this fits the Lancer EX. It's basically not the right fit, but you know what, mas maganda to kaysa dito sa binili ko, kasi ito, no, pag titignan nyo yung ito, tama siya, no, but the thing is dito sa diameter malaki yung awang nito, malaki yung space nito, no. So hindi talaga pa pwede. Well, pwede, but the thing is it is prone to leaking again kahit na hindi siya mapunit. Malaki nga yung diameter dito, ito malaki, so tatagas lang yung grasa, so sayang lang, di ba? So sabi nila, let's use this, yung binili ng service advisor ko, and then what they did was to actually, may kasama na tong clamps no, but hindi nila, instead of using the clamp, no, what they did was to tie lock, mas makapit daw yun, so I let them use the tie lock, which I believe naman mas okay yun kaysa dun sa clamp na kasama dito sa Shimada, no. So sa clips makita niyo yung tinanggal, the process of removing the axle boots and then replacing it with a new one took 4 hours. Actually, ang tagal. Mahirap kasing tanggalin yung sa nakakabit tong mga to. Nakakabit to sa CV axle, and yung CV axle makikita nyo sa picture mamaya sa clip, no. Pag sinabing CV axle, may outer joint and then mayroong inner joint, no. May dalawang joints yun, and the whole thing is known as CV axle, no. So papakita ko rin sa inyo yung napunit, no. This is my stock CV boot, and as you can see, ito yung tear na yan, punit yan, no. Hindi siya makita, ayun, no, ito the long tear, no. Hindi pa siya grabe, no. So pag hindi pinalitan to, then definitely my price to pay would be the bearing, no. 3 bearing kasi yun, nakita ko yun kahapon, no. Ito yun, may bearing yun sa CV axle, dito siya, kaya may ganito yan, no. Ito 1, and then you have 2, and then 3. These are for the bearing inserts, 3 yun. So if you don't replace the axle boots, masisira yung bearing na nag-hold doon sa rubber boots na yan, then it will just cost me a lot of money. So mas maganda palitan na talaga kapag may nakita silang, nasira. So yun ang benefit ng, pag nagpunta kayo sa casa and have them replace your oils, no, lahat ginagawa nila, checking muna, and then pag walang nakitang sira or nagli-leak, they will go with the oil change, no. So yun yung binabayaran. Well, that's again my opinion, no. Yun yung advantage of having your vehicle done its oil change from the casa itself. Alright, so the CV boot, this one, Shimada, again, this costs 200 pesos. It's 195, so 200 pesos. And bumili ng synthetic grease yung service advisor ko, it cost 298 pesos. No, the labor, initially it was 2,600, but then again, kasa ano ako, since 50,000 kilometers, they gave me a discount. So, nag 1,900 lang for the labor. Considering na 4 hours yun, ang service, mga mekanikong nagpunta doon, well, ang service advisor, may mga nag-i-instruct lang yan. So, parang boss yan ng mga mechanics. So, yesterday, maswerte lang ako. Wala masyadong ginagawa yung mekaniko ng Mitsubishi. Konti lang yung nagpa-PMS. So, 3 yung gumawa actually nyan, just to remove the CV axle and then put in the new axle boot and then, return the CV axle back to the vehicle itself. So 4 hours, ganun siya katagal. We started at 1 p.m. We actually ended up at, not 4 hours pala, we actually ended up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So 3 hours. Okay, so ganun siya katagal. Well, ganun din siya kahirap, no? DIY, pwede siguro, but you actually need a lifter, no? And then you need tools, special tools. And then you need grease. Mahirap pag DIY. So it's best for the car mechanics to do, to do it by themselves rather than yourself. Alright, so this ends the vlog episode of Marvin Says. And usually, pag nasisira yung mga rubber boots or the axle boots, sa mga na-research ko, may lagutok daw pag pumipihit ka ng pakanan or pakaliwa. Mine naman, I haven't experienced that. Maybe because tear lang, no? Punit lang, hindi pa siya ganun kagrabe. And yun yung iniiwasan ko. Ayoko nang lumala pa. So, palit na. As, again, advised by the mechanics and my service advisor. Alright, so, ingat po tayong lahat. Till next time, guys. God bless.